Oskaloosa Indians basketball action is on the air.
Brought to you by Mahaska, Bank Iowa, Clow Valve Company, Kelly Style Insurance, Oskaloosa Area Chamber, Petrito Orthodontics, Hawkeye Real Estate, Swim Sports, Awards and Screen Printing, Raymond James Financial Services, William Penn University, Fairway, Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, Roxfort's Decorating Center, Pella Printing, Penn Central Mall, Oskaloosa Vision Center, Robert Auld Investments, and Mahaska Drug. And now, live Oskaloosa basketball action
On the No Coast Network.
Doug DeCott, Kylie Broadway with you. We are now getting set for the men's contest between Oskaloosa and Indianola. And Doug, the secret's out. This Oskaloosa Indian team is extremely talented and very good, and they have proven it so far every time out here this year, and they look to continue it here tonight, coming into tonight 11-0 on the year.
Well, they do, but if there's ever a trap game, this might be it. Oskaloosa coming off two back-to-back games against number one ranked at the time Norwalk, and then their rival down the road, Pella. And tomorrow, the Indians travel to Loras College and take on a Dubuque-Wahlert team that is always tough in Iowa basketball. So tonight they're facing a team that's given them problems, and they're going to have to motivate themselves. Indianola is on a little bit of a hot streak here, having won 3 in a row over Pella Christian, a good Carlisle team, and they put it on DCG by 21. So they have been off for a week. They did not play Tuesday night, but I'm a little worried about this one.
Well, and that's what I was getting ready to ask you is, you mentioned it, hosting Norwalk last Friday, then on the road at Pella, two big games in conference. Not that this isn't a big game, but how does a team like this avoid a letdown and avoid that maybe trap game and looking ahead to tomorrow's matchup against Dubuque-Wahlert?
Well, you just have to, hopefully they're looking at the big picture here, and they got a chance to do some things that have never been done. And that's what I think. And so you got to take it one game at a time and focus on this game and take care of business. You got to. I don't know that we've ever won the Little Hawkeye Conference. So this is the last game of the first round through the Little Hawkeye Conference. We're currently undefeated. We're only probably going to have a one-game lead in this conference when we go to Norwalk. We still have to go to Norwalk, which is going to be an extremely tough game. So you don't want to slip up. You want a chance to win the conference. That's probably your first goal, is to win conference, win district, qualify for state, and so on. So you've got to win these games. They all count the same in the win-loss column.
Indianola comes into tonight 5-4 on the year. Doug mentioned it. They've won 3 in a row, most recently a 52-31 win last Friday over Dallas Center Grimes. That game was played in Indianola. They'll look to pull the upset here tonight over the Indians, who are 11-0, coming off a 72-45 convincing win over the rival Dutch of Pella in a game that was very intense, and Oskaloosa happy to return home here to the friendly confines of Oskaloosa High School. And when we talk about this Oskaloosa team, Doug, obviously it starts with the three big guys in the middle, Xavier Foster, Jared Cruz, and Cole Henry. And Jared Cruz has been playing exceptional basketball as of late.
Yeah, Jared went through a little lull there where, he just wasn't on, and he has really picked it up here in the last 2 or 3 games and is scoring the ball. So you're right, our defense, interior defense, has been pretty good the last 2 games against both Norwalk and Pella. Offensively, Xavier struggled a little bit Tuesday night, and Cole's been Cole. He just goes out and does his job. But you got Spencer Tucker, Ryan Yates. Talk about the microwave. When he comes in, he's got a beautiful shot. He can knock down threes. He's been hot coming off the bench. And Tanner DeCock also shooting the 3-ball really well. He's at 50% on the year at 12 for 24. So he had 2 big threes against Pella in the first quarter that kind of helped Oskaloosa break out to a little bit of a lead.
This Indianola team, nothing too shabby themselves. They've got a couple of quality players in Evan Geiger and Quinn Vesey. Geiger averaging just under 19 points a game, Vesey at just under 15. That's a duo that this Oskaloosa team is going to have to recognize defensively early on.
Yeah, and we're going to have Spencer Tucker's going to have. He had a good game against Bowen Bourne from Norwalk. He's got to play well tonight again because Gogger's at 18.8. Vessey's at 14.2. They like to run a little weave, and then they like to dribble drive and maybe kick it to each other. So got to be careful with these guards and not take them lightly. They hurt us big time last year in Indianola.
Should be a fantastic ball game, and we'll have it all for you right here on the No Coast Network. We're going to take another timeout. When we come back, we'll have a look at starting lineups, and we'll have tip-off between Oskaloosa and Indianola. You're listening to Oskaloosa Basketball on the No Coast Network.
If you are looking for brand names close to home, then look no further than Penn Central Mall in Oskaloosa. Penn Central Mall has a wide variety of stores for people of all ages. Find the perfect pair of silver or Vigas jeans at Maurice's. Get a pair of Oakley sunglasses from the smiling staff at Eye Care Partners. Cozy up with Ashley Furniture from Gilworth Furniture. And find that dazzling diamond from Gardner Collier Jewelry. When you're done, grab a bite to eat at Mir and Cheeto or the Pizza Ranch. It's all at Penn Central Mall in Oskaloosa. Shop, walk, and enjoy Penn Central Mall.
Layton State Bank understands that everyone's financial needs and goals are different. That's why it's essential for you to bank with a local bank that knows you personally and professionally. Layton State Bank is that bank. They understand your financial situation and work diligently to help you reach your financial goals. They're committed to working with you and for you every step of the way. Layton State Bank, serving you from Layton, Pella, and Monroe. Grow strong with us, member FDIC.
The student community at William Penn made an impression on me. It's a real statement that you can come here and be part of something real.
You have the opportunity to participate in activities.
The coaches are awesome. It's easy to play for coaches that care about you.
The real experiences at Penn have helped shape who I'm going to be when I graduate. I work harder because I want to be part of the conversation in class.
I am a leader.
I am a trailblazer.
I'm proud to be a statesman.
If you think there's room for improvement in your investment game plan, or that maybe you should send in some new plays, take a time out and talk to an experienced investment professional. I'm Bob Auld of Robert Auld Investments, an investment advisor with over 31 years of experience in Oskaloosa and Southern Iowa. Let me help you find some new strategies. Call 673-9448 or 1-800-444-AULD.
Robert Auld is a registered representative offering securities and investment advisory services through SagePoint Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC.
MCG's new gigabit internet is here, and it's a real gig deal!
Connect all your devices, download an HD movie in 7 seconds.
Get unlimited use, no limits, no data caps, and no slowdown.
And stream a video with no buffering, ever.
Work, play, create, innovate with MCG Internet.
Call to get your upgrade free for 30 days.
Buffering video, spinning wheels are over!
You deserve the best, and MCG delivers.
Look at that mouth. That poor, parched mouth. What'd you eat for lunch? Chalk dust? Did your face storm a sandcastle? You're being awfully quiet. Is that because your mouth feels like the business end of a Dremel saw? Is it because your mouth just wrote a haiku and all 17 syllables were dry heaves? Right now, your mouth could be tongue-bathing in the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew. Instead, it feels like you've been motorboating King Tut's sarcophagus. Show some mercy. Crack open an ice-cold Mountain Dew. You know your mouth wants you to. Do the do.
And welcome back inside Oskaloosa High School, getting set for men's action between Oskaloosa and Indianola. The 11-0 Oskaloosa Indians taking on the 5-4 Indians of Indianola. Not quite the standing room only crowd that was here a week ago for the Norwalk Warrior matchup, but still a very good sized crowd on hand. As it always is, the Oskaloosa student section full and in full force, wearing the neon yellow or neon green t-shirts tonight. Different look that they've shown before, but nonetheless they are ready to cheer on the boys much like they did earlier with the girls contest. If you're just joining us, the Oskaloosa girls fell in a tough one tonight, 95-31 to Indianola. A game that Indianola took control of early and never looked back. Taking a look at this Oskaloosa Indian team, they're led by three guys who average right around 15 points a ball game in Foster, Cruz, and Henry. Tucker right behind them at just under 12 points a ball game. Ryan Yates and Tanner DeCock at 7 and 6 points respectively. And we talked about it, Doug, in the game last week. Obviously Foster and Henry get a lot of the attention, but it's not just those two, as Cruz and Yates showed last week Friday, exploding in a first half that they just dominated.
Well, that was quite a game statistic-wise, because at the half we had 4 of our starters with a combined 4 points, and we led by 18 over the number 1 ranked team in the state. So, no, it's somebody different every night, and that's the great thing is these guys know their roles, they know what they're supposed to do, and they just go out and do it. So tonight's going to be a challenge. Indianola, I just think they're going to give us all we want tonight.
Well, and now it's Oskaloosa. They're in some polls they are the new number 1 team in the state, and that means, as if they didn't have it before, the target is on their back, and that means every team is going to give them their absolute best shot because they want to be the team that takes down the number 1 team in the state, much like Oskaloosa did last week Friday against Norwalk. Taking a look at the starting lineups for tonight. First of all, for the visiting Indianola Indians, Evan Geiger comes in averaging 19 points a ball game, shooting 49% from the field. He's joined by Quinn Vesey, averaging 14 points a ball game. Jack Orwig averages 7.5. Brady Held averages 7, and Cole Scott averages 5.5 points a ball game. This team averages, as a team, 61 points a ball game. For Oskaloosa, of course, they start in the backcourt with Spencer Tucker, 11.5 points a ball game, shooting 52% from the field, 48% from beyond the arc. Tanner DeCock, also in the backcourt, wearing number 30. He averages 6 points a ball game, shooting 56% from the field. Jared Cruz, the 1 forward, averaging 15 points a ball game, shooting 63% from the field. That's just crazy. Cole Henry, the other forward, at just under 15 points a game at 14.9. He's shooting 59% from the field. And Xavier Foster in the middle, 15 points a ball game, shooting 60% from the field. That's 3 guys in your starting lineup shooting over 55% from the field.
Yeah, we're shooting the ball well. We've been hot here lately. Shooting the ball. One thing to watch is maybe that will transfer over to the free throw line where we don't shoot so hot.
That's what I was looking. I'm like, a lot of these guys are shooting better from the field than they are from the free throw line.
Yeah.
And that's something that, Coach Parker is going to want to get fixed because you start moving towards the end of the year and you start looking at districts and sub-state and maybe even the state tournament. You're going to have some games that are probably going to come down to making some free throws at the end of it.
Yeah. One last thing. 3 of Indianola's losses early in the year were to Newton, Ankeny, and Norwalk. 3 very good basketball teams. So this is going to be a good game. 4 out of the last 5 for Indianola as they visit the Indians here in Oskaloosa.
Now, this is obviously an Indianola team. The record doesn't show it, but they have been challenged, and they have challenged themselves with who they have played early on in the season. Indianola in the traveling purple uniforms with white lettering, white letters and numbers, and white trim. Oskaloosa, of course, in the home whites. Gray lettering, gray numbers, and gray and maroon trim. Crowd amped up for this one, and Indianola wins the tap. And they will go on the attack early on with it.
Well, and that's
Indianola.
That has happened a few times this year. Xavier they get a quicker jump off of it, catch the ball on its way up.
Early motion from Indianola as they just run a weave out top as they look for an opening against this Oskaloosa defense. They don't look like they're in any hurry to attack the basket.
They are not. They're similar to Newton in the way they play offensive basketball. They're going to take their time, make you work a little bit, and look for a decent shot. They want this game in the 50s if possible. If they can keep it that low, they're going to be in good shape.
Here's Vesey out top. He gives way to Geiger on the left wing, guarded by DeCock. Here's Geiger, driving baseline, cut off, double team, poked away, and it's loose on the floor. Vesey with it. He saves it, and Indianola will keep possession.
And I thought we'd see more of this, and I bet we do see more of it in the second half of the year, Kylie. Teams just taking the air out of the ball. They've now ran it 1 minute and 6 seconds. and they do not look like they are in a hurry to do anything.
Well, they just look very, very content just to make Oskaloosa play defense and not let this high-powered offense get on the attack. Out top, an open look there that time by Scott, but he just passed it up, wasn't even looking for a shot. Here's Geiger. He gets open in the corner, fires a three, too strong. Rebound taken by Cruz as he out-battled Scott for it. Here's the Indians on the attack. Cole Henry skips it across to DeCock, back to Cruz on the right wing.
Xavier, good roll right in there. He could have got the ball deep in the lane.
Here's Tucker with it, now Henry with it. Henry turns, faces up against Vesey. Henry with the dribble.
Too much standing, way too much standing right now. We got everybody standing around. They're running a little it looks like a 1-3-1.
Yep.
Zone here.
DeCock to Tucker, excuse me.
Take it up in there, Spencer.
Cruz open from the left wing for three is good.
Yeah, that's a good start, especially against the team that's playing as slow as what Indianola is willing to play.
Indianola back on the attack with it is Vesey over in the right corner. Indianola going from right to left with the basketball. Here's Geiger.
Good
backing
defense.
Down against DeCock. Kicks it to the corner. Three ball is too strong from Held.
Wow, excellent defense by Tanner there. It looks like he's plenty quick enough to stop Vesey from penetrating.
Here's DeCock with it. Picks up his dribble. Inside it comes. Henry turns, fires with the left hand.
There we go. What an effective play right there.
That's Cole using his height advantage to get the easy turnaround with the left hand. 5-0 early. Indians on top. 3 minutes gone by. Here's Vesey. Driving against Tucker. Kicks it to Geiger. Geiger drives at DeCock. DeCock moves his feet. Forces the pass outside. Here's a three on the way and off the mark from Held. And Henry with a rebound. Cole into the front court with the dribble. Has it poked away from behind and a whistle and a foul called. I believe they're going to get Vesey on the reach.
Well, Tanner is really doing a job on Vesey right now. He's just not giving him anything, or on Gauger. I think he's guarding Gauger, so their leading scorer, he's frustrating him already.
Here's Tucker with an out top. Takes a screen from Henry. Picks up his dribble. Finds Xavier along the baseline. Foster fires. That one too strong. And the rebound to Geiger.
Yeah, we had an opening on the backside of that 1-3-1 there. We just looked for the lob. We got to be a little more aggressive on the baseline.
Here's Geiger as he plays catch with Orwig. Now Geiger will fire. That one too strong, and DeCock with a rebound.
And that's Xavier was playing too far off of his guy, so Geiger got an open look at it.
Here's Cruz on the inside, takes contact, and the follow flush by Foster is there. First points for the sophomore, and it's 7-0 early. Oskaloosa timeout, Indianola.
Yeah, good job there. Good start for Oskaloosa. You love to see this because we could sit here and watch a snooze fest if Indianola would get up 5 points or 7 points.
Right.
Now they're going to have to press it a little bit. They're down 7-0. So.
Right. Well, that's, I haven't seen all the games this year, but the games I have seen, if there's one thing that causes this Oskaloosa team trouble, it's when the opponent is able to slow the pace. It does not work in their favor.
Well, you're right on, Kylie. This is the way Newton plays against them. They try to spread them out. It almost looks like Newton's game plan right there. They're trying to at least pull. The thing with Oskaloosa is we got two big men. They're pulling one of them out, Cole Henry or Xavier, but we can sit another one down in there.
Here's Indianola out of the timeout. Open three on the way and off the back iron from Held, and Oskaloosa with a rebound. Here's DeCock on the attack, up and under, count it!
Nice play by Tanner, taking it to the rack.
DeCock takes it strong to the basket. That's the second foul on Vesey, and that's trouble for Indianola. Vesey's second on this team in scoring, and he's got two early ones, still with 3:47 to play in the first quarter. Three-point play completed by DeCock, and it's 10-0 Oskaloosa.
Yeah, excellent start here, 10-zip with 3:45 left in the first quarter.
And you like the intensity. Oskaloosa is focused and ready to go in this one.
Good ball movement by Indianola there. They just cannot hit anything.
Yeah, the three by Orwig is no good. They've gotten some looks, just not able to get anything to go down. Here's Tucker into the front court. DeCock, 3-ball, right wing, got it.
Who says he can't score? He'll show you.
6 quick ones for Tanner. It's 13-0 Indiana or Oskaloosa. And head coach Brett Watson needs a full timeout. With that, we'll take one as well. 13-0 our score. You're watching Oskaloosa High School basketball on the No Coast Network.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
6-0 run courtesy of Tanner DeCock. He's already got his average, and we've got 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. And, we talked about it during the break off air, Doug, that, he's not known for his scoring because he really doesn't have to, but he's a very capable of score if opponents are going to leave him open.
Oh, he certainly is. He's shooting over 50% from three-point. He's shooting about 45, I'm not sure what, from inside. So he's capable of putting up some points. He just doesn't need to.
13-0, 6 straight from DeCock. And the Oskaloosa Indians are on top early. Here's Vesey in the ballgame, still with 2 fouls. He drives and gets it, the shot over Foster, but it rattles out, and Foster clears.
Well, some bad luck there for Indianola.
Here's DeCock. Thought about it. Instead, will drive, dish to Foster. Foster skips it across. Tucker, a deep 3 from the left side is good.
Boy, oh boy, are we shooting the basketball. Wow.
I'm trying to think if they've missed one yet.
I don't know, but it's 16-0 right now. This slowdown game really didn't work.
If they've missed any, it's been 1 or 2, and that's been it. I can't recall any.
I don't know.
Here's Geiger out top, 16-0 Oskaloosa. They lob it inside. Cruz help side, but a little late, and they'll put in is good by Cole Scott. Xavier got drawn out of the lane, and Scott took advantage. Here's Henry, skips it across to Cruz. Back to Henry. Henry
Cole
drives and kicks it. Cruz, 3-ball, left pocket, no good. Off the back iron, and the rebound taken by Vesey. Vesey into the front court, will drive and kick. Here's a shot from Scott from the right wing. That is too strong. And Henry the rebound, and they look to run, but Henry has it poked away from behind. And Indianola will wait for reinforcements.
Well, good job there by Cole. I've been on him a little bit about grabbing rebounds with one hand. He did go up with 2 hands in traffic there, so good job by him.
With it on the left wing, it's Orwig, guarded by Henry. Back to Geiger. Geiger around a screen. Goes to his left, and offensive foul as he extended the forearm. Good defense again by DeCock, moving his feet and getting in front.
Well, and he's going to come out of the game here, I think, because this is just how the rotation goes. Tanner expends a lot of energy on defense, so they bring in the Iceman, Ryan Yates, who can certainly light it up himself. But what a first quarter for Tanner DeCock, playing defense and scoring here against Indianola.
Well, when I watch him play, Doug, I hope you take this as a compliment. He reminds me a lot of what you see with Nicholas Bayer with the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Yeah.
Just with the intensity that he plays with. Xavier Foster gets an easy lay-in off a feed from Cruz.
Yeah, except he's 9 inches shorter.
18-2 our score. We're still in the first quarter. Here's Vesey, a shot from the free throw line that's no good. And the rebound taken by Yates down in the corner. Yates up ahead to Henry. Henry drives, leaves it for Cruz, and the put in.
Wow.
Boy, Oskaloosa just continuing to look to attack at every possible moment. They lead it 20-2. We go under a minute here in the first quarter.
Well, I certainly did not see this coming. I am very impressed by the way we have come out and played so far.
Here's Vesey driving, and he's fouled as him and Tucker run into each other. I think the foul occurred before that. As they're going to get the foul. Well, it is going to be on Tucker. That's his first. Got called for the reach. That's the team's first. 38 seconds to play here in the first quarter. 20-2 our score. In for Indianola comes number 34. That is Gavin Smith, the 6'4" senior. Brady Held gets a breather. Here's Smith with it out top. Finds Geiger. Was open for a minute. Passed up the shot. Yates out on him. Geiger with the dribble. Yates, good defense, staying in front. Now Geiger will drive and a little scoop layup with the left hand, rattles out. Oskaloosa doesn't get the rebound though, and Indianola.
They just out-hustled us to the board there.
They will probably hold for the final shot of the quarter. Here's Scott to Smith. Smith inside, back cut by Geiger, and that's going to be goaltending on Foster. As Geiger on the back cut got away from Yates and got the lane in.
Well, Indianola going to give they're just going to pressure a little bit so they don't get an easy look. Hurry up and give him the ball. We got 2 guys there. We'll take that.
Here's Tucker into the front court. He's got a fire, and he has it blocked by Geiger. And the quarter will end with Oskaloosa leading 20-4. Good start by Oskaloosa. After 1 quarter of play, they lead it by 16. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with the second quarter. You're listening to Oski High School basketball on the No Coast Network.
At Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa, getting your prescription filled is easy. The large covered drive-thru and easy access to the front door is convenient, and the friendly staff is always ready to help you. With a variety of goods and home decor, Mahaska Drug is sure to have the perfect gift for any occasion. Have your favorite photos developed and framed at Mahaska Drug's framing counter, and cherish your memories for years to come. It's all at Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa, where they have been committed to a healthy community for over 20 years. Call 673-3439 or stop in today.
Kevin, meet your father.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin. Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Trusted advice for life.
Kevin, how's your mom?
Thank you.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Second quarter action underway as Oskaloosa looks to build on what is a 16-point lead. Same 5 on the court right now for Oskaloosa. Xavier has it poked away and stolen away by Matt Dykey in at the quarter break for Indianola. Dykey, a 6'4 junior. Here's Smith. Here's Vesey open in the corner. That shot short, but another offensive rebound for Indianola right now. Doug, Oskaloosa not cleaning up the defensive glass. There's a shot that's no good, and the rebound taken by Foster this time. Henry up ahead. Had Cruz underneath, but telegraphed the pass, and Geiger was there to take it away. Here's Orwig on the drive. His shot blocked away by Foster. Good help defense that time. Here's Yates into the front court to Cruz with the left hand. Count it. Oskaloosa able to get out and run that time after the block. And Cruz with his 3rd field goal.
Yeah, the effort from Indianola does. How can you not give maximum effort here tonight going into a fairly full gym against the #1 team in the state, and you're going to go half speed? I mean, that was just laziness on their part.
Cruz good on the free throw, completes the 3-point play. He'll get a breather now, as into the ballgame for the first time tonight is Tucker Nunakoven.
And that is a good sign to see Cruz hit a free throw. He has been struggling from the line. So nice job by Jared. Good little run there. Indians up 19 early in the second here.
Here's Vesey, still out there with his 2 fouls. He'll drive and misses another one. Got into the lane, just couldn't get it to go down. Here's a pass that is saved off of Henry. It'll be Indianola basketball. That's just a forced look that time by Foster on a break that wasn't there.
It's carelessness, and I saw it on Tuesday night. We're seeing it again tonight. They need to stop all that hot dogging and long passing unless it's really open and forcing that stuff.
Here's Vesey for Indianola with it. Around the screen, will dribble with the left hand. Nice feed, and it's out of bounds. Is not ready for the pass was Dykey, and it's off his hands, out of bounds, back to Oskaloosa.
I know I missed a couple turnovers, but we probably have about 5 turnovers already, and I think we average about 8 a game.
Here's Yates with it on the left wing to Foster. He's left open from the top of the key for 3. That one too strong, and the rebound to Geiger. Vesey into the front court. Oskaloosa's offense has gone silent here at the beginning of the second quarter as Indianola tries to mount a comeback. Here's Geiger against Yates. Kicks it back out to Vesey.
Spencer needs to D him up and not let him. He's too late getting over the screen. And then he's turning his back there. He's got to see the ball.
Here's Geiger driving, and before the shot, we've got a whistle, and that's going to be a hand check on Yates.
I watched some film today of Dubuque Wahlert, Kylie, and if we turn our back and do not look and see the ball in our man, we're going to get toasted tomorrow. I'll just forewarn you on that. They run the old Bob Knight pass and screen away offense, and they move.
Here's Geiger, a three. That one hits the side of the backboard, and Henry is there to clean it up.
Shoot it, Iceman.
Yates open, pulls the trigger. In and out.
Oh!
It was halfway down, and it somehow rattled out. Good look, though, that time, though, by Yates. Here's Geiger. Inside it comes to Smith. Smith turns right at Henry with the left hand, leaves it short, and Henry is there for the rebound. Cole into the front court. He dribbles left and get it called for the carry.
So turnovers. Just carelessness right now by the Oskaloosa players.
23-4 our score. Oskaloosa has just 3 points here in the second quarter, nearly 3 minutes gone by.
Indianola not sure who's even supposed to bring the ball in.
Tucker takes a breather. DeCock back into the ball game. Maybe he can get this offense going again.
Well, he might. We got a good defensive unit out there now with Nunakoven, DeCock, and Yates all out there.
There's a lob inside and getting the shot to go down is Cole Scott. Nice back cut by him. Got himself open in the lane.
Cole was too late on his rotation on the backside there.
Here's Yates. Thought about it. Instead, we'll pass it up. Here's DeCock from the right wing for 3 more.
Well, he might be able to get him going.
He's got 9. Perfect from the floor.
Boy, his shot is looking nice. That ball was rotating straight backwards.
Here's Geiger. Gives way to Smith. They look inside to Scott. Nothing there. Here's Smith. He'll drive. Shot no good. Off the backboard. Cruz into the front court. Cruz with the dribble. Crosses over. Tries to feed it to Nunakoven. Saves it. Nunakoven has it on the inside. And he somehow gets it to Yates. A little helter-skelter right now for Oskaloosa.
Slow down.
Henry with it. He'll kick it back out to Yates, and they'll reset.
Man, what a mess.
Here's Nunakoven. Lobs in it to Henry. And Henry loses it out of bounds. It's last touch, though, by Scott. Oskaloosa will keep possession.
You know, sometimes on our break, and you do William Penn games, and the thing they do that I think is outstanding is they get a guy to the corner or they get the ball up the sideline constantly, and then you follow through. We were just sitting there right there dribbling the ball instead of passing it up the sideline.
And there's going to be a turnover on the inbounds as they tried to run the lob to Xavier, but the pass went over top of the backboard, and that is by rule a violation and out of bounds. Indianola basketball. Here's Vesey with it in the corner, guarded by Nunakoven. Up to Geiger out top, and we've got a whistle and a foul. And are they going to get that on DeCock? They are, as he fought through the screen.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
First foul on Tanner, team's third. Here's Scott with it, guarded by Foster. Now it's Orwig. He's guarded by Cruz, gives way to Vesey. Vesey with it on the left wing. He goes around the screen, drives to the right side.
Good help.
Takes it back out. Geiger open for 3. That one in and out, no good. Scott, though, with an offensive rebound. Scott, shot fake, up and under, misses it again.
Wow, this is ridiculous.
Vesey with it. Third opportunity for Indianola. Here's an open 3 in the corner for Orwig. That one no good. A 4th offensive rebound for Indianola.
My goodness.
And they'll reset it.
4 shots here.
Vesey a 3. That one no good. And finally Cruz clears it for Oskaloosa.
There it is.
Here's Cruz. DeCock passed up the open 3. Dribbles inside the arc. And that shot is no good off the back iron.
Well, that's something that he's not real good at, is shooting off the run, off the dribble.
Here's a 3 on the way. That is too strong, no good. And Nunakoven with a rebound. The shot from Held was too strong. Cruz dribbles it up to Yates. Corner 3 from the left side is no good. Rebound to Scott. As both teams right now struggling on the offensive end. 26-6 our score. Here's Vesey. Stutter step, and that's going to be a blocking foul on Nunakoven. Fans don't like the call. It was close. But the call's going to go in favor of Indianola. That's the first foul on Nunnekoven. Team's fourth. We've got 2:43 to play here in the second quarter.
Remember, Kylie, you stay neutral to offset my homerism.
And on the inbounds, we've got a moving screen called on Matt Dykey. And that turns it over back to Oskaloosa.
So a little like a extended 1-3-1 here. That's it.
Here's DeCock.
It's not like we haven't gotten shots.
Nunnekoven and DeCock play a two-man game. Back to Nunnekoven in the corner. Back to DeCock. 3-ball. No, that was a pass to Xavier, and Xavier flushes it home.
And that was open the time before. Tanner just missed it, but he got it the second time.
Foster with his third field goal. He's got 6, and it's 28-6. Oskaloosa on top. Nice assist that time by Tanner DeCock. Here's a drive by Geiger. Shot no good. Smith with a rebound, though.
This rebounding is starting to really irritate me.
Shot from the left wing is no good by Held. And Oskaloosa clears it again. Here's Tucker Nunnekoven to Foster. Finds a cutting Yates for the easy lay-in off the window. Count that one and a foul.
Wow.
It's a nice find by Xavier and a nice job there by Ryan Yates. Not taking anything for granted, to continuing to run the court, and Xavier found him.
And that's passing the ball. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes we insist on dribbling the ball up, and that was pass, and pass back.
3-point play by Yates after the free throw. 31-6 now. As the Oskaloosa offense now starting to get some rhythm back here late in the second quarter. Here's Vesey with the fancy dribble, drives, and lobs it back out to Geiger. Geiger against DeCock with the left-handed dribble. Tries to find Held, and Yates was right there to take it away.
And Geiger's frustrated.
Yates, no look inside to Cruz.
He just baited him in on that one.
The slight look away by Yates drew the defense and left Cruz all alone.
Indianola's just getting a lesson tonight by Oskaloosa. And I think they might have done a little chirping, and it irritated the Oskaloosa Indians.
33-6. Here's Vesey trying to do a lot of one-on-one. And there's going to be a foul as bumping him on the shot fake was Cruz, as Orwick got him in the air.
Outstanding defense by Tucker Nunnekoven, moving his feet and cutting them off. I'll tell you what, these guards are not used to seeing that type of on-ball defense. They're used to getting all the way to the rack. And the thing about Oskaloosa is once you get by the on-ball defense, you got the big fellas in there.
Yates and Nunnekoven check out. Tucker and Henry back in the ball game for Oskaloosa. Here's a near throwaway. Vesey tracks it down. 40 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 33-6 our score. Here's Geiger. Goes around a screen, dribbles into the lane. Gives a little shimmy to DeCock and had the shot blocked away by Foster. Indianola with possession still, though. Geiger, pull up three is good.
They got one behind the screen there.
20 seconds now for Oskaloosa. I believe that's the first field goal for Geiger. And Oskaloosa will hold for the final shot of the half.
He's got 5 points, so I'm not sure how he got his first 2.
Here's Cruz. Lobs out to Foster out top. Foster to DeCock. Baseline jumper is no good. Rebound to Vesey. He's got to fire it from three-quarter court, and that one is no good. And we go to the halftime break. Oskaloosa, not quite the offensive firepower there in the second quarter as we saw to start the ball game, but they still, Doug, lead it 33-9 at the break. And if you're Coach Parker, you've got to be pretty pleased.
Well, I would think so, except for one thing.
Turnovers.
Well, 2 things then. Rebounding.
True.
I mean, we gave up 5 shots on one possession there. So rebounding and turnovers, we certainly can play better than what we did. But all in all, 24-point lead. What do you say?
And that's one thing that this team with the height they have, you're right, Doug. They should not, it's not like this Indianola team is matching them size-wise. This is not a team you should be giving up multiple offensive rebounds on possessions to maybe once or twice, but not as much as they have here in the first half.
No, and we're going to have a little fun here. This is I know people love to watch this. All my buddies up there at the Elks hanging out, they get around the TV for our little halftime show here.
Yeah, this is I think, do they get a minute or how long do they get to do? But they've got to make a layup, a free throw, a three-pointer, and a half-court shot.
They got 45 seconds. They got to rebound their own ball.
I think they should have a rebounder, shouldn't they?
I think that's what Kylie believes too. But I think it'd be too easy if you did that.
That's true. Yeah, you've got 45 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, you can't do that.
And that's the key. You got to make the layup right off the bat.
Uh-oh.
There you go. Free throws or the layup's done. Free throws next, and that one just a little too strong.
Wow.
We'll try it again. That one is too strong. We've got 25 seconds still to go. Still plenty of time. That one looks good. There you go. All right, now we're going to back out to the three-point line. 15 seconds. Probably going to need this one within the first two attempts to have a chance at the half court. That one too strong. Here we go again. That looks good. Nope, just a little too strong. He's got time for another three attempt. Take your time, bud. Fires it up at the buzzer. Get in there. Oh. Good effort, though. He got the first two.
Here we go.
Well done.
Pastor Nelson here going to give it a shot. I bet he was a hooper when he was younger.
I don't know how it is playing basketball, though, in dress shoes.
Yep. This is Mary's dad, by the way.
Layup. Nope. Too strong.
And
there we go.
He's sliding around a little bit. Oh, yeah. He played some hoop.
He's got a good stroke.
He's got a pretty good stroke.
Good stroke, good form.
You bet.
There you go. Free throw's good. Oh, see there. He wants the rebounder. There you go. Three ball on the way. Ooh.
He's going to make this. He's going to get one half-court shot. Oh, no.
No.
Oh.
He's sliding around too much. He's got 20 seconds. There's a three. That looks good. Oh, he expects to have a rebounder. 8 seconds. He's got to get this one to go to get a half-court attempt. No, he banked it in.
He's got to go get the ball. Russ helped him out.
He's got 1 second. He's got to fire it quick. There it is. Oh.
A lot of fun out here. Thanks to all the sponsors for this half-court shot.
Great effort. He got through the first three and just missed on the half-court shot. We're at halftime here at Oskaloosa High School, 33-9 our score. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll recap the first half of Oskaloosa Indianola. You're watching Oskaloosa High School basketball on the No Coast Network.
Swim Sports is once again open in Oskaloosa. This is Doug DeCock, the new owner of Swims. Along with Doug Swim, we are happy to be open again. Swims has a wide variety of trophies, plaques, and engraving available to Oskaloosa and the surrounding areas. We have an assortment of uniforms, socks, and belts, along with other sporting goods at the store. Swim Sports also provides a full screen printing facility for your screen printing needs. Come check out the new store at 118 A Avenue East in Oskaloosa. The two Dougs would love to see you at Swim Sports.
Holding, number 79, defense, first down. I'm also holding a party tonight.
Great call by the official. Looks like we've got another flag on the field.
Holding, a Pepsi. Necessary refreshment.
Hey, Ted, bring some of that Pepsi to my party.
Pepsi and the NFL. Welcome to the Fun Doesn't End Zone.
We love to help people with their smiles. Petrito Orthodontics of Ottumwa and Oskaloosa is all about creating beautiful smiles and increased self-esteem that lasts a lifetime. We specialize in creating individualized smiles by committing to make each visit a memorable experience. Our office is equipped with state-of-the-art technology to ensure optimum results. For help with your smile, call Petrito Orthodontics.
You built a castle so that the prince and princess can live happily ever after. You brought the sunshine to shine upon the whole family's future. But when the sun hides behind the clouds, State Farm can help. We put the life back in life insurance to protect your family's finances, not only in the future, but today.
Call your State Farm agent Kelly Style in Oskaloosa today.
At Clow Valve Company, being the premier place to work is part of our core vision, and this includes helping our local community be a premier place to live. Clow cares and is committed to creating a happier and healthier community. By volunteering in local events and fundraisers. By donating to nonprofit organizations. By leaving a better tomorrow than today. Clow is more.
We are Clow Valve.
Main Street Oskaloosa is dedicated to giving our community the downtown they want and deserve. We bring vibrant community events like Art on the Square, Christmas in July, and the Lighted Christmas Parade to downtown Oskaloosa. We believe in the unique value of our district and work to support business here. Our city's history is important and it drives our efforts in the revitalization and preservation of downtown. In 2017, we received the Signature Project Award for our inspiring and innovative placemaking efforts. Our goal is a downtown Oskaloosa can be proud of. For more information, contact Emily Brown at 641-672-2591.
Dreams start early, illustrated straight from the heart. Big or small, dreams take hard work to grow into reality. To bring your dreams to life, sometimes you need a little help. So surround yourself with people who believe in your dreams and count on Bank Iowa to help you reach them. Bank Iowa, for the dreamer in all of us.
And welcome back to Oskaloosa High School alongside Doug DeCock, Kylie Broadway with you. 33-9 our score, Oskaloosa on top in this one. Doug, they came out on fire. They led it 20-3 after 1 quarter of play, and they have not looked back, but there are some things to clean up, as you mentioned at the right as soon as the second quarter ended.
Well, yeah, and I apologize. I did not see this coming. I wasn't trying to just build the game up and blatantly lie to everybody, but these guys did give us problems last year. They were returning everybody, and as we mentioned, they've won 4 out of 5, and 3 of those losses early in the year were to all good ball clubs. So it is quite impressive what Oskaloosa's doing here tonight against what I would consider a decent ball team.
Well, this is an Indianola team that, when you look at their stats on the year, they shoot 45% from the field on the season. They're not even close to that right now from the field. They have struggled. They've had a lot of open looks, just not able to get any of them to go down. Yeah,
and they've had a little bit of bad luck there on some of those. They've been close, but once again, our height is affecting shots inside. And our ball pressure, especially on Gogger, has been outstanding by Tanner. And when you take that away, it makes it difficult to score.
I give credit to Oskaloosa defensively, especially Tanner DeCock and Tucker Nunikoven. They have made life miserable for these 2 guards from Indianola, unable to get anything going. Give Bessie some credit, though. He's been able to stay on the court, even though he hasn't done much. He picked up 2 early fouls, but Coach Watson left him in there, and he rewarded him by at least not picking up his third and able to stay on the court and try to get something going for this Indianola offense. And if you're Coach Watson for Indianola, Doug, what do you try to do here in the second half to try to get back in this ball game?
Well, it's obvious that they want to spread them out and they want to drive and kick. With the dribble drive. So I don't think you can just completely abandon what you do as a team. You just got to hope that some shots start falling. And they've had a few shots. The one place where I've seen they've had a little success is coming off the high ball screen up around the 3-point line. Sometimes Xavier's playing soft, and he may have been instructed to play soft, but when you come off that screen, if nobody's there, there's a pull-up jumper right there if they look for it.
33-9 our scores. We are just seconds away from the third quarter getting underway, as the Oskaloosa Pep Band continues to play and fill this gym with some tunes here at halftime. It'll be Foster, DeCock, Tucker, Cruz, and Henry for Oskaloosa to start this third quarter. Indianola will get possession to start it. They need to find some offense early in this third quarter if they want to have a chance in this one. If you're Oskaloosa, you feel good about this 24-point lead, but you want to extend that and really shut the door on this one and leave no doubt as soon as you possibly can. Here's Geiger with it out top, guarded by DeCock. Takes a screen, now kicks it to the corner, and he gets it right back. He'll fire a deep three, that one off the mark, and it is out of bounds to Oskaloosa.
And Kylie, a much better job by Xavier there on the high ball screen that time. He was more in his hip pocket and was able to pop out there. So
Tucker will walk it into the front court, give way to DeCock on the right wing. And Foster swings it across to Cruz, and it's tapped out of bounds.
Well, sometimes, and he didn't on that one, but Xavier once in a while throws some soft over-the-top passes. He's got to put a little more zip on them.
And if you're Cruz, if Geiger's going to overplay you like that, look for the back door.
Well, it's a 1-3-1, so the baseline is where you can expose them because they only got one guy back there. We just got to cut through the middle, Cole. There you go.
There's Cruz in the corner along the baseline. Swings it out to DeCock. He gets it to Foster. Foster skips it across to Tucker. Here's a lob inside to Foster.
Exactly. When you play a 1-3-1, there's only one guy on the back. If you get the ball to the baseline and bring that guy out, you open up some big lanes.
First points of the second half for Oskaloosa, though. Here's Oskaloosa or Indianola on the other end. And getting free on the inside was Cole Scott on the back cut against the over-aggressive defense. Here's Henry driving with the left hand. Spins, turns, fires. Too strong, and the rebound to Scott of Indianola.
An excellent job there by Cole Scott on boxing Xavier out on the offensive board.
Here's Geiger driving over the outstretched arms of Foster, but the shot no good. Foster didn't block it, but he affected it. And here comes Tucker up ahead to Cruz all by himself.
Well, there
with
we
the bucket.
go. We got it on there.
Pass was a little late, but Cruz was still able to get it to go down. Here's Vesey with it in front of the Indianola bench. Here's Scott again, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
Great job.
Tanner DeCock did his homework. They got beat 2 possessions ago. That time he saw it coming, and he was there on the help side, and he drew the charge.
Well, he's as good as there is at anticipating charges, and that's easy money for him. He saw that one coming from a mile away.
Well, and it's in basketball nowadays, it's kind of a lost art. Nobody really wants to do the dirty work of picking up charges.
Nope, and he's got probably 30 of them this year.
37-11 our score. Here's DeCock on the drive. Shot fake, puts it up, too short. And the rebound to Indianola's Brady Held. Here's Vesey. Around a screen, back to Geiger out top. He'll take a screen from Smith. Here's Held with it. Kicks it to the corner.
Yeah, 33 is no offensive threat whatsoever for Indianola. Yeah, a little bit of a close to a moving screen there.
Here's Geiger with it. Indianola in no hurry. Geiger now drives, attacks, puts up the runner, no good. And the rebound to Foster. Good defense again by DeCock. Tucker drives to the basket, misses it. And it's out of bounds, last touched by Indianola.
And Jared Cruz had snowplowed his guy all the way down under the basket and was wide open there for the dump down.
Here's Cruz looking. He'll lob it into Henry. Henry's double teamed. He splits it, then gives way to Foster for the flush. And that right there, Doug, I think shows the unselfishness of Cole Henry. He had an open look. He could have put it up himself, but instead he gets the assist to his teammate.
Yeah, he sure did. He had a little 3 or 4 footer he could have knocked down, but went to Xavier.
Here's it. Orwick inside, missing it. Might have gotten away with a walk, but no harm, no foul. Here's Cruz. Skips it across DeCock. Out to Tucker, and they'll reset. Tucker will fire a deep 3, and that one is good.
Wow, that was way out there.
That one from about 7 feet beyond the three-point line, but it goes down, 42-11.
That was about the volleyball line. Up.
Here's Dykey on the inside, misses the bunny. Foster with another rebound. Here's Tucker into the front court with the dribble.
They're having
fun
now.
Foster a 3 from the top of the key. That one no good. Rebound by Cruz. Here comes Foster.
Oh, the X Factor with an exclamation point on that one.
Give credit to Cruz. as he tapped it back out, and then Foster, once he got it, the lane was wide open, and he took it strong to the rack and finished with the two-handed flush. Timeout on the floor with that we'll take on as well. 44-11 our score. You're listening to Oskaloosa High School basketball on the No Coast Network.
Hawkeye Real Estate is your one-stop source for everything real estate in Mahaska County and the surrounding area. Whether commercial, residential, or acreages, we've got you covered with the area's largest pool of real estate professionals, full-time support staff, and property management services. With over $19 million in sales volume for 2016, Hawkeye continues to be Oskaloosa's leading real estate office. Discover what thousands already know. When it's time to make a move, get the Hawkeye Edge.
44-11 our score. Oskaloosa in complete control of this one, Doug.
Well, I forgot all about it, but we have the new Dunkometer up right now, and I'm not sure what we started tonight with, but we're up to 37 on the Dunkometer.
If I remember when I walked in, I think it was 32 when I got here.
So we got 5 tonight on the Dunkometer at 37. Thanks to Hawkeye Real Estate for sponsoring that nice little toy.
Indianola basketball out of the timeout. And they trail this one 44-11. Here's Geiger on the drive, and he gets that one to go, and he'll have a chance at a three-point play as he that time beat DeCock off the dribble.
Yes, he did. He got him crossed up a little bit, and a good job by Geiger taking the ball to the rack. He's going to go to the line for one. I think Tanner was backpedaling a little bit, and that got him.
Tanner will take a seat. Ryan Yates checks into the ball game. His first action here in the second half. Free throw no good, and Foster clears it again.
Well,
Vesey, that's an offensive foul. Vesey was applying pressure. Foster didn't like it. He extended the forearm. That's an easy offensive foul call on Foster.
Well, that's carelessness. Spencer's standing right there. Just give the ball up to him, and let's go.
Indianola right back with the basketball. Here's Vesey in the corner, was open for a minute, didn't shoot it. Now he thought about it, now picks up his dribble and throws it away. Tapped away by Cruz, picked up by Tucker. Here's Tucker, got in the air with nowhere to go and threw it away. Cardinal sin right there, a basketball on the break. Indianola, Geiger with the lay-in. 44-15, 4 quick ones from Indianola. Here's Yates. Bad pass.
Turnover.
Steal by Dykey. Tried to force it inside to Foster. Dykey was there for the steal. Here's Vesey on the drive. Pump fake. Missed it. And Foster with a rebound. Tucker into the front court. Feeds Foster. Foster drives and is fouled.
Yeah, he got bailed out. He was in no man's land there. That was could have been a travel.
Foster will be at the line for 2 on the year, 66% from the charity stripe. First one is good.
The rim was
roll off the back iron.
13 now. 13 now for Xavier on the night.
In for Indianola comes Cole Scott as Dykey takes a breather alongside Jack Orwig. Smith also into the ball game for Indianola. Xavier gets a pair. (46-15) our score. 2:43 to play here in the third quarter.
And we are 4 points away from the running clock. And once you get to 35, I think you got to go back down to 25 to shut it back to normal.
Here's Vesey, crosses over, pulls up, and puts it in off the window. In and out, back in again.
Yeah, he got a nice roll.
Yep, bank open late for Vesey. Here's Tucker with it. For Oskaloosa, Yates lobs inside to Henry, and Henry with the easy put in. And that's just Cole getting really good position, and there's not a whole lot Smith could do there.
No, and Yates has got good size. He's 6'3.5", 6'4", and he's certainly capable of making.
Here's Geiger on the drive, misses the bunny, beat his man, just couldn't get it to go. And here's a bad pass from Henry, and it's a turnover. Tried to get it to Foster, but that was an easy steal that time for Helb. Here's Henry.
Jeez.
Almost had it poked away from behind again. Gets it to Tucker. Here's Tucker. Guarded by Vesey. Now Yates. They'll lob it into Henry again. Henry looks it to Foster, who misses the layup.
Yeah, it's playground ball now at 48-17 with a minute and a half left.
Here's Geiger. Thought about it.
Tucker's got to get
back to Vesey. He'll fire a three, and that one no good off the front of the iron. Smith with the rebound, has it blocked away by Henry.
Hey.
Still loose. Smith gets it back and gets it to go down. Indianola wanted the loose ball more that time, and Smith gets an easy two out of it.
Sloppy play right now.
Here's Tucker driving. His layup no good, and Foster, though, is there to clean up the mess.
That's a good way to put it. He's right there to clean up the mess.
That one did not look pretty by any stretch of the imagination, but it's 2 points for Foster and Oskaloosa either way. Here's Geiger on the inside. A little turnaround hook shot is good. That's a nice move there by Geiger. Where has that been all night? 30 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Tucker, a step back three from the right wing is good. Third three-pointer of the night, but Oskaloosa late getting back defensively. Fortunate that that pass was too high for Smith to handle. Here's Held to Geiger. Geiger with the dribble.
Tucker's Nunico is just kind of out of sorts right now.
Here's a jumper from the elbow by Scott, no good. Yates with the rebound, 5 seconds for Oskaloosa. Yates into the front court. He'll pull the trigger from the top of the key, and that one too strong. And the rebound taken, and there is the horn. 3 quarters in the books. Oskaloosa on top, 53-21. You're watching Oskaloosa High School basketball on the No Coast Network.
Hawkeye Real Estate is your one-stop source for everything real estate in Mahaska County and the surrounding area. Whether commercial, residential, or acreages, we've got you covered with the area's largest pool of real estate professionals, full-time support staff, and property management services. With over $19 million in sales volume for 2016, Hawkeye continues to be Oskaloosa's leading real estate office. Discover what thousands already know. When it's time to make a move, get the Hawkeye Edge.
At Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, we're proud to keep the Oskaloosa Indians and their fans safe and feeling good on and off the field. Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy is the expert in injury care, orthopedics, and sports rehab, with a new facility in Oskaloosa, complete with an open gym area in addition to several private treatment rooms. If pain is bugging you, come see the experts at Kinetic Edge for a free injury screen. Find out more, including why the Oskaloosa Indians trust Kinetic Edge, at kineticedgept.com.
53-21 our score. There is a good look at the new Hawkeye Real Estate Dunk-O-Meter on 37 currently.
Kylie, you having fun tonight? Or?
I am. Yeah, I am. This has been enjoyable. I hope I'm doing a valiant effort of filling in for Mr. Songer, and hopefully everyone at home watching and listening is enjoying it. Here's Cruz on the inside with a bucket and a chance at a three-point play. Nice feed that time from Henry.
Yeah, they almost come out of the timeout with a set play, it looked like there, and works to perfection. They hit that against Pella 2 or 3 times right in a row in the third quarter.
And in that one, it looked like Pella didn't even know it was coming because, I mean, it was wide open for Cruz. Cruz misses the free throw.
The dunk-o-meter. Let's see. The big fundamental. He knew it was coming off long, and he got it.
He knew it was way too strong, and he immediately, as soon as that thing hit the iron, went crashing to the boards and got his own rebound and put back.
Well, you know what? I was always told you're the first one if you shoot it, if you know it's going to miss. So you might as well follow it up.
And that one was so strong it just caromed off it didn't really bounce up, it just caromed straight back, and it came right to him.
So we are at 36, and that should be a running clock now.
57-21 our score. Here is Geiger with it on the left wing. He drives in onto Cock, circles under the basket, swings it. Here's a three from the right wing. That is right through for Brady Held. Nice feed by Smith that time.
Now this is good practice for us with Yates at the point, getting a little pressure. There's a hand check out high. Come on, Cole, move, cut through.
Henry up top, he'll drive left side and puts it up in off the window. He just went right at Cole Scott. Not a lot Scott could do that time to stop Mr. Henry.
No, and if you're going to play Cole straight up on ball, you've got to take away his left hand.
Here's Geiger, a deep three from the left wing. That one well short, and it is saved, but
Good
right
job.
to Yates. Here's Henry, dribbling up the left side. Henry goes right at Vesey with the left hand.
That away.
Henry just with a little stutter step dribble, got around Vesey and had the easy lay in. 61-24 our score. Here's Smith around the screen as he goes right at Henry, then gives way to Scott. Back to Smith, he'll swing it across to Vesey. Vesey drives at Nunikoven, lost it, and there for the steal is DeCock. DeCock feeds it to Cruz. Cruz drives in, kicks it back out to Yates. Yates drives, feeds it, Cruz, lay in.
I thought the Dunkometer was going to be a factor, but he didn't quite get it.
Nice drive and dish that time by Yates, give him the assist. And it's 63-24. Here's Vesey driving inside. DeCock hits the floor, no whistle, and Cruz with the rebound.
Up the sideline, throw it, Cole, the corner, and follow it up. That's exactly what I'm talking about. William Penn does the same thing right there. We gotta pass the ball and then follow through, and it'll be open.
Henry misses the layup, but he'll go to the line for a couple as we're going to have mass substitutions on both sides as 3 players for both teams set to check in after this free throw.
Well, I'm not. Oh, the clock stops on free throws.
Free throw from Henry is good. One more for Henry will get him into double figures. He's got 9. As Yates and DeCock and Cruz take a seat as they're probably done for the evening. And I believe Henry's going to be coming out if he makes the free throw.
Yeah, good job tonight. I'm proud of Tanner. Very efficient game for him. Good defense, good shooting. Just an all-around good game for him tonight.
Second free throw from Henry is no good, too strong.
I thought he was going to try the old Cruz, bank it away off of there.
Yeah, that one was strong too. But yeah, DeCock with a good game. He kind of had a personal 6-0 run there midway through the first quarter that kind of broke this one open, and Oskaloosa has not looked back. Here's a blocking foul called on Oskaloosa. That is number
12, Nick Harrington.
Okay, number 12, Nick Harrington into the ball game. Also in.
We got Tyler Miller in there, Noah Van Veldhuizen. Austin Hafner checks in. Colton Butler also checks in for the Indians.
So, yep, all starters, and Yates and Nunikoven, the top 2 reserves, also out as Coach Parker goes into the bench here with 4.5 minutes to play. There's a shot knocked down by Indianola by Jake Marvelli, as Indianola has substitutes in the ball game as well. Here's Oskaloosa, a drive, and that one could have been a whistle, no call, and that ball goes off, out of bounds, off Oskaloosa. Touching it last was Colton Butler, and it'll be Indianola basketball.
Butler just got tomahawk chopped there. No call on it.
Cooper Huff brings it into the front court for Indianola, and he'll put up a little runner from 12 feet that's no good. Loose on the floor, and Butler with a rebound. He gives way to Nicholas Harrington.
Austin Hafner, good shooter, good pass inside to Noah Van Veldhuizen for the dump down and in, and good ball movement. Good job by Hafner and Van Veldhuizen.
Hafner with the assist, Van Veldhuizen with the bucket. And it's 66-26, and here's a steal by Harrington.
He's going,
Two the other way. Harrington to the bucket with the layup.
Boy, Nick.
Harrington took it strong to the rack and used the left hand to put it in.
Love to see this. These guys work hard in practice, and, that's got to make you better, too, going against our top 7 all the time.
Well, and the other thing you can't overlook is getting these guys into games, while it may not seem like a big deal now, come next year, this Oskaloosa team is going to lose some players.
Yep.
And there has to be those next guys ready to take that next step and be ready to play meaningful minutes. And this time right here goes a long way to getting these guys ready.
Yeah, that's a great point, Kylie. They're going to return 3 very solid ball players in Henry, Yates, and Foster, but there's guys that are going to have to step up, and there's one right there. And
three ball from Hafner.
He can shoot it. I said he was a good shooter. I love it, I love it, I love it. Austin Hafner drains a deep three.
First the assist to Van Veldhuizen, now the deep three. As the late, great Dick Enberg might say, oh my.
Yeah.
Here's a steal.
Oh, what hustle.
With a near save, but lost it out of bounds. Boy, you're up 71-26, and you're getting that type of hustle from these guys.
Well,
that is awesome to see.
And this is the best I've seen them play when they've come in. I love it that they came in, and they really did a job tonight.
24, Isaac Schultz into the ball game, along with, I believe is it 00 or no, 50? That's Tucker Irwin.
Yeah, Jackson Blythe is in the game. Tucker Irwin, Ike Schultz.
Boy, Hafner had an efficient minute and a half of playing time.
Boy, he sure did.
There's a steal by Oskaloosa into the front court. Here's Irwin on the run.
The big fella got too far under the basket and couldn't get it up.
Here comes Indianola, driving and missing the layup. Tapped up there, no good, still loose. Here's thought about a three. Instead, they swing it around. With it is Dylan Hildreth. He lobs it back out to Jake Marvelli, and Indianola will reset. As we approach the final minute of this one, here's Marvelli, a three from the corner. That one off the back iron.
Go.
And Harrington with the rebound, and he looks to run. Harrington into the front court. Driving, scoop layup, no good. Loose ball and taken by Indianola. That is Garrett Aiello. Nice aggressive take, though, there by Harrington.
Yeah. Harrington, for the people that don't know, will be one of the key players on the Oskaloosa baseball team this year, as he's a very good pitcher and third baseman.
Here's Aiello inside. Might have gotten away with a walk. Shot no good, and Blythe is fouled on the rebound.
Wow.
Final 20 seconds of this one running off the clock. And Oskaloosa is going to move to 12-0. Blythe will walk it into the front court and will most likely just dribble this one out. Final seconds ticking off the clock. Final horn, there it is. 71-26 the final. Oskaloosa wins it in dominating fashion. And Doug, this one really 4 minutes into this ball game, this one was in the books.
Yeah, Indianola comes out, runs a minute 10 off the clock, and we were like, uh-oh, we're going to see a snooze fest. And like I mentioned back then, I still think we may see some team in our second time through the conference may pull the ball out and say, we're not going to play. We're going to make you come get us. We're going to run the clock. We are not letting you score 70 points tonight.
I think the scouting report is going to be just that. If you let Oskaloosa get out and run, there's not a lot of teams that are going to hang with them. But, yeah, if you can slow them down, limit their offensive possessions, and make them play a half-court game, that is probably the one thing they need to work on, and that could cause issues later. But, again, that's up to the coaching staff to work through that, and this team to understand what teams are trying to do to them to slow them down now that the word is out on what they like to do and what they are able to do very, very well.
And here's kind of I don't know when this all started, where you run back out, but it's just like a big party down there on the floor after games now. It's been such a fun year so far. We now are at the halfway point of the conference season, and the Indians reach halfway undefeated and lead the conference by one game over second place Norwalk.
And then that's the key. This team, they've got to stay focused because, as you said, they've got a one-game lead over Norwalk. There's not a lot of room for error right now when it comes to that conference title race.
Yeah, and jump ahead. Tomorrow, Oskaloosa travels to Loras College in Dubuque and plays in a tournament up there against the Dubuque Wahlert Eagles, Golden Eagles. And this is going to be an extremely tough test for Oskaloosa. I think they're leaving at like 7:30 in the morning. They're going to go do a walk-through, a shoot-around, and it's going to be tough. It's a long drive up there. I think it's a 2.5-hour drive. And so they're going to have their hands full playing against the Wahlert team. Even though they're 3A, they play in a 4A conference. Their record may not look good, but let me tell you, folks, they are a very, very good basketball team. And Oskaloosa will have to be at their best tomorrow up in Dubuque to come away with a win.
Well, and that's you look at this stretch of games coming up for Oskaloosa. They're at Dubuque Wahlert tomorrow. Then they get the week off until a week from tonight. They're at Pella Christian, and then the following Tuesday at Grinnell. So 3 straight games on the road, and anytime you go on the road, you cannot take things lightly.
No, you can't. And yeah, they'll play tomorrow, and then they have a little bit of a break before the Pella Christian game at Pella Christian. Pella Christian played them tough. They got good size at 6'9", 6'6", 6'6". So they're one team that can certainly kind of stand up to Oskaloosa as far as height goes.
We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we will have a look at some final stats as well as a visit with Coach Parker, and we'll wrap things up from Oskaloosa High School. You're listening to Oskaloosa High School basketball on the No Coast Network.
For over 30 years, Pella Printing has been leading the way in the print industry with...
It's just to give us some time for Parker to get up here, and we'll...
For over 30 years, Pella Printing has been leading the way in the print industry with quality equipment, modern facilities, and skilled staff. The Pella approach combines old world craftsmanship with today's cutting-edge technology to provide brilliant printed products at a value price. They take the time to understand clients' needs from design to pre-press to printing and delivery to build lasting relationships with their customers. Whether you need personalized graduation announcements, oversized posters and banners, marketing materials, or stationery, Pella Printing offers a broad assortment of quality printed products done with speed and precision. Pella Printing, where technology and craftsmanship meet.
Providing high-quality professional eye care with a truly caring staff is what Oskaloosa Vision Center has been doing for more than 30 years. With our state-of-the-art equipment, we can provide comprehensive eye exams, prescription glasses, and contact lenses, as well as medical care like eye infection and disease treatment, emergency eye care, and pre- and post-operative aid. Newborn to adult, we have the experience to meet all your eye care needs. Oskaloosa Vision Center. Come see us today.
If you are looking for brand names close to home, then look no further than Penn Central Mall in Oskaloosa. Penn Central Mall has a wide variety of stores for people of all ages. Find the perfect pair of silver or Vigas jeans at Maurice's, get a pair of Oakley sunglasses from the smiling staff at Eye Care Partners, cozy up with Ashley Furniture from Gilworth Furniture, and find that dazzling diamond from Gardner Collier Jewelry. When you're done, grab a bite to eat at Miranchito or the Pizza Ranch. It's all at Penn Central Mall in Oskaloosa. Shop, walk, and enjoy Penn Central Mall.
Layton State Bank understands that everyone's financial needs and goals are different. That's why it's essential for you to bank with a local bank that knows you personally and professionally. Layton State Bank is that bank. They understand your financial situation and work diligently to help you reach your financial goals. They're committed to working with you and for you every step of the way. Layton State Bank, serving you from Layton, Pella, and Monroe. Grow strong with us, member FDIC.
The student community at William Penn made an impression on me. It's a real statement that you can come here and be part of something real.
You have the opportunity to participate in activities.
The coaches are awesome. It's easy to play for coaches that care about you.
The real experiences at Penn have helped shape who I'm going to be when I graduate. I work harder because I want to be part of the conversation in class.
I am a leader.
I am a trailblazer.
I'm proud to be a statesman.
If you think there's room for improvement in your investment game plan, or that maybe you should send in some new plays, take a time out and talk to an experienced investment professional. I'm Bob Auld of Robert Auld Investments, an investment advisor with over 31 years of experience in Oskaloosa and Southern Iowa. Let me help you find some new strategies. Call 673-9448 or 1-800-444-AULD.
Robert Auld is a registered representative offering securities and investment advisory services through SagePoint Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC.
And welcome back inside Oskaloosa High School Gymnasium alongside Doug DeCock, Kylie Broadway with you. 71-26 the final. Oskaloosa improves to 12-0 on the year with a convincing win here tonight over Indianola, a game that they led 20-2 after one quarter and really never looked back from there. And Doug, we talk about, Foster and Henry, get a lot of the recognition and so forth, but this is a team that scoring can come from a lot of different places and different sources, and it did tonight, a real balanced attack. Yeah, we saw it again tonight. Unofficially, I have Xavier. I have Foster with 16, Cruz with 16, Henry with 10. Tanner DeCock with 9, Spencer Tucker with 9. So once again, it's just a balanced attack. Everybody's doing their job. It's fun to watch, and
let's keep it rolling. I really believe if we can get through that buzzsaw tomorrow, you might be seeing a run, an undefeated regular season run, because really we got some tough ones at home, and then we got to go to Norwalk, and that's going to definitely be a tough game. So,
and as Coach Parker comes up here, we'll talk to him, and I think we're going to talk to Ryan Yates as well. But we talked about it in the pregame. This, very well could have been a trap game, but the way these guys came out, obviously Coach Parker had their attention, as did Indianola. Yeah,
it was a good start, and they ran them out of the gym early, and that's what you want to see. I'll turn it over here to Coach Parker.
Yeah, we've got Coach Ryan Parker now, as we'll get him on the headset. And we'll talk to him about tonight's game. And Coach Parker, another win in dominating fashion, 71-26. Were you at all worried that this might be a trap game coming off of the Norwalk and Pella games, and then with a big game against Wahlert tomorrow?
Well, yeah, we actually talked about that in the pregame about trap game, and sort of worried about looking forward to tomorrow. Our guys are going to have a lot of fun tomorrow, and sort of travel in style and do a lot of things that some normal high schools can't do. So to be experienced tomorrow. Our defensive effort was phenomenal tonight.
Yeah, I really thought you guys came out and tried to make a statement early. They got some open looks, but they weren't able to get them to drop. But then you guys were able to get out, in transition, get an early lead, and then you kind of saw them like, okay, boy, we're in for a battle, and this is going to be an uphill battle early on.
Yeah, and I think Xavier changes so many shots for us that some of the stuff they do just doesn't work. It was a really good team defensive effort. Holding a 9.5 is phenomenal. 26 in a game is going to win you every game all year long. So, our team defense, we worked on it. It's the first time we've ever had to go snow day and actually come in at 3:30 today, work on our defense, put our scouting report in for a day of a game. So, it might help us out tomorrow because we didn't practice Wednesday or Thursday and maybe save some legs.
Well, and how important was it for this one to get the big lead and then be able to really rest your main guys for those last 5 minutes of the ball game?
Well, we talked about that at half. I wanted it to be earlier, but they made some shots. You knew they were going to make some eventually, but get some guys rest. We leave at 7:30 tomorrow morning, so it's a 3-hour suburban ride, and I scheduled this for a reason. We don't play till next Friday.
Right.
Wallert's a quality opponent, and if we're talking about playing at the state stage, we got to beat teams like Wahlert.
Right. After tomorrow's game against Wahlert, you get some time off, and then next week Friday you're at Pella Christian. You start the second half of the conference season. What maybe adjustments are you thinking you're going to have to make, or what concerns you about facing teams the second time, and what they might do to try and change things up against you guys?
It's one of those things you scout a team, but you just never know what they're going to throw at you. I don't know. I think teams learn a bit about you. That first time that maybe they can't catch on film. So we gotta do some adjusting ourselves. We maybe got to put some different sets in, get some better looks, get some more kids involved. We really got to do a better job of dominating the paint a little bit more, feeding those big guys the ball instead of relying on the jumpers.
Right.
And that'll come. But overall tonight, very pleased. Go through the entire conference season without a blemish. And this conference, which is really good, it's a really cool thing.
I'll finish with this. You brought up Ryan Yates with you, and we'll talk to him in a little bit. But here's a guy who, on a lot of teams could probably be starting. Yeah. Here he's coming off the bench. What kind of a luxury is that for you to have that type of talent as your sixth man?
I talked about it on the Hy-Vee home stretch last night. Ryan would be a superstar in a lot of other teams, and that shows our depth on our team and how good we are. And how good we can be. He cherishes his role. He relishes in it. And I really think, there's no pouting about playing time. There's no pouting about anything else. He just does what he does, and that's awesome.
Well, Coach, congrats on the win. Go get some rest. Best of luck tomorrow, and I'm sure we'll talk to you down the road.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Head coach Ryan Parker, and we'll hand the headset off to Mr. Ryan Yates. Yates, congrats on another win. I believe we had you down for just 3 points tonight, but you did a lot of other things. Come off the bench, provide a spark and a defensive stopper. I asked your coach this. Were you guys at all worried about this maybe being a trap game coming off of two big, exhilarating wins over Norwalk and Pella, and then having a game against Wahlert tomorrow up in Dubuque?
Yeah, for sure. We knew that they were going to be a really good team. We played them twice last year, and I think one time it was about a 10-point game, and the other was about a 5. So we knew that they were definitely a good team, and we had to show up, and we did.
After the game tomorrow, then you start seeing teams for a second time this season. What types of challenges will that bring, knowing that these teams have seen you once already this year?
Well, I mean, it's the same for everybody. You're just going to know some sets. You're going to have more scouting reports on everybody. So just got to kind of change some things, I guess, but still stick to your same game plan.
You know, Coach Parker said it that on a lot of teams that you could be a starter and really be a superstar. You know, here with Oskaloosa, you know, you've accepted a role of coming off the bench, being that first guy off the bench. What are some of the things that you try to bring into a game when you come in and play?
Energy. I mean, I can kind of, I like coming off the bench from the aspect of I kind of get to see who's maybe hot that night or who's hot for the other team and just bring in a spark.
You know, obviously they didn't need your scoring tonight, but you've had some games here lately where you have caught fire from the outside. Are you looking to score when you come in, or just really just, you know, whatever the team needs at that point in time?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm looking to force anything, but if I have an open shot, I'm looking to step up and knock it down.
Absolutely. Well, Ryan, congrats on another win, 12-0. Best of luck tomorrow and the rest of the season, and I'm sure we'll talk to you down the road.
Thank you, sir.
Ryan Yates, the junior here for Oskaloosa. Just 3 points tonight, but did a lot of other things. Was a defensive stopper. And, you know, he didn't need to score tonight, but there'll be other games where he does. He had 20 last Friday against Norwalk in a game where they needed it. And just another example of a young man who does what he needs to do and is just a consummate team player on this Oskaloosa team. And I'll bring Doug DeCock back in and we'll wrap things up. Doug, you know, we talked about it pregame. We were kind of expecting a battle here tonight. This one was over pretty early. This Oskaloosa team just continues to impress in so many ways.
Yeah, and it's easy to get a little complacent. And now they've been number one, for a week, I think. And, you know, they had the target on their back. As I mentioned earlier, tomorrow's going to be all they can handle going up and facing a Dubuque-Wahlert team that really is kind of a blue blood of 3A basketball in the state of Iowa. And a lot of people from our parts may not realize that, but this is a really good team. So good job taking care of business tonight. It would have been easy to look ahead and get caught up, but they really came out and put it on Indianola tonight.
71-26 the final. That'll wrap stuff up here from Oskaloosa here tonight. The Indianola girls win. The Oskaloosa boys win, both in dominating fashion. And Oskaloosa boys improved to 12-0 as they head to Loras College tomorrow to take on Dubuque Whalers, and then are on the road for 2 more. They will not be at home again until January 25th, Friday night, against Dallas Center Grimes. I want to thank Doug DeCock for all your work. Thanks for having me tonight. Hopefully I did a decent job filling in for Emery. And again, Emery, if you're watching, we wish you the best. Hope you get feeling better soon. Also want to remind you that tomorrow afternoon, right here on the No Coast Network and also MCG, we will have William Penn women's and men's basketball. The women starting at 2, the men at 4. It'll be myself along with Emery Songer. We'll see if Emery's feeling better tomorrow or not. If he's not, I'll step in and do the play-by-play on that one as well. But that'll be on the air tomorrow. For our entire production crew, our producer Titus Letzering, my partner Doug DeCock, I am Kylie Broadway saying thank you for watching and listening here from Oskaloosa High School Gymnasium. Good night, everybody.
This has been Oskaloosa Indians basketball action on the No Coast Network. Brought to you by Mahaska, Bank Iowa, Clow Valve Company, Kelly Style Insurance, Oskaloosa Area Chamber. This has been Oskaloosa Indians.